Good evening. With the latest from the Dove Newsroom, I'm Demi DeSoto. Thanks for joining us tonight. The United States has ceased talks with Russia regarding the area of Aleppo in Syria and the violence that continues there. Syrian government forces supported by Iranian-backed militias and Russian air power pounded the rebel-held area of Aleppo, while the United States suspends talks with Russia on trying to end the violence. One of the city's main hospitals has been destroyed and the area has been taken under control. U.S. State Department spokesperson Elizabeth Trudeau says that the position of the U.S. delegation is
Russia and the Syrian regime have chosen to pursue a military course inconsistent with the cessation of hostilities is demonstrated by intensified attacks against civilian areas.
The fighting continues and little hope of diplomatic solutions is nowhere to be seen. A young boy's life was spared when he was rescued from a collapsed building in Aleppo, but the cameraman of this amateur video says that the boy's entire family was killed when their neighborhood was pounded heavy by missiles. The collapse of the U.S.-Russian peace talks on Syria suggests that there is little hope, if any, of a diplomatic solution to end the civil war anytime soon. Oregon Representative Greg Walden met with representatives from the Rogue Valley Veterans and Community Outreach. The group reviewed efforts to provide assistance for low-income veterans and their families at the reduced family rate of homelessness among veterans also. He also briefed the group on his work in Congress to improve veterans' health care and improve processing for the Veterans Administration. He more importantly listened to their concerns and needs and for ideas and improvements for services. Walden addressed the need to improve VA services and cut down the red tape.
Apparently in some places the VA wanted to check out all your payment possibilities and all that before they would administer health care, which, can you imagine, you're in a desperate situation and they want to go through the paperwork, and we said no, take care of the patient first, figure out the paperwork second.
Last week, Congress passed and the president signed into law legislation that increases funding for the VA. The Rogue Valley Veterans and Community Outreach is where they are glad to have a sit down with Walden. Well, we're talking about the Dove continuing our profiling the measures and candidates for the upcoming November 8th Election Day. Today, the focus is on the Attorney General's race. The Republican candidate is Daniel Crowe. After attending the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, Crowe served as a combat arms officer, ranger, and paratrooper. And when he returned to Oregon, he served as a U.S. Army judge advocate from 1998 to 2011. He sees the need for integrity and leadership to be restored back to the position to earn back the trust of the electorate.
What is necessary in order to make sure that the Oregon Department of Justice is serving our people is reintroducing the culture of impartiality and nonpartisanship that had always been the tradition of the Oregon Department of Justice before this Attorney General. So the simple thing is leadership, and the Oregon Department of Justice desperately wants leadership.
All right, let's take a look at our regional weather forecast. As we do, we'll start off in Northern California and tell you what we're going to see overnight. 40 degrees, 61 on Wednesday, and 68 on Thursday. As we go to the basin, a little showers continuing, 51 on Wednesday, 60 on Thursday with some clouds. As we look at the Oregon coast, rain for the next couple days. Thursday, a high of 64. And over in the Oregon High Desert, we'll see 54 on Wednesday, 59 on Thursday. Rogue Valley, a little bit of the same, finally clearing up by Thursday with a high of 69. And that's a look at the latest from the Dove Newsroom. Be sure to join us every Wednesday morning and starting on 6 a.m. on the Dove TV, the Dove Radio 91.7, YouTube, and KCMX 880 AM.